Well, I'm delighted today to be with Archbishop Foley Beach. Great pleasure to have you here at Moore College. Welcome.
Thank you, Simon.
I was wondering, you've just been talking at the GAFCON event this morning, and we've been thinking about theological education and the place that Moore College might play in the work that GAFCON is doing. I'm wondering if you'd like to tell us a bit more about that.
Sure. Well, first, I think it's appropriate to say thank you to Moore College. You guys have been a tremendous leader in resourcing Christian leaders all around the world. I have personal experience. I helped plant a church with a man who's a graduate from here. He now has literally a worldwide ministry reaching people all over the world. But his roots were here, and he comments constantly about how much he benefited from the education here. That's just one of thousands upon thousands that you guys are touching. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I know this is Michael Youssef we're talking about, and we're talking about ministry at a high level. But around the world for GAFCON, there are needs in theological education at lots of different levels. Where do you see the greatest needs, or where should we be thinking about being involved?
Many places in the global south, the church is expanding so quickly. Actually, we heard this morning Archbishop Ben Kwashi talking about just the growth of the churches in his own diocese. Then it brings the issue, how do you disciple people? How do you equip people? And then when you have folks feeling called to ministry, how do you then equip them in a way when there's no way they can get here?
Yeah.
So how do we take the ministry to them? And you guys have some platforms that are able to do that, and seems to be effective. So it's very difficult when people are living in a whole different world environment to give them the education they need. But one of the issues in the modern church is we've got to have theologically educated leaders in our churches that understand the Bible, that understand the difference between the Bible's teaching and some of the secular philosophy that's being thrown in their faces and said, oh, this is the way. And it isn't the way. They need to learn the scriptures from a theological perspective. So you guys are doing a good job of that.
Yeah. You were really encouraging this morning in thinking about what may have happened with the Episcopal Church and the amount of time that it took for things to go wrong. What's the connection you see between the theological education problems, the problems that have emerged in that church and the way forward?
Well, some who have written on the struggles that the Episcopal Church has had would attribute it to what happened in the seminaries 40, 50 years ago, when basically those who don't hold to the authority of Scripture basically took over and began to teach and train, and those people then became future rectors, bishops, and it just created a multiplying effect. So we've got to reverse that and have places around the world that are teaching biblical truth and training for generations to come, not just and that's the other thing we need to make sure we're just not reacting to a need now, but we're thinking for the next generation. How are we going to reach the children in all these areas that we want to see the church grow?
Thanks so much for your time. It's a real pleasure to meet you. I love the ministry in GAFCON. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. God bless.
God bless.